Daredevil Falls is a rare Hopkins super flume at Dollywood. This attraction not only is the best water ride at this Pigeon Forge amusement park, but it's also one of the better log flumes out there. Yet it almost never has a line. Find out why this is one of the most underrated attractions at Dollywood in this review. Dollywood has had an explosion of thrill rides over the past 2.5 decades, and Daredevil Falls may have been the ride that started it. This water ride opened in 1998 as the park's tallest attraction at the time, standing 66 feet or 20 meters tall. Yet you can barely see this ride from the main midway. Daredevil Falls is built on a heavily wooded hill in the center of Dollywood. The ride is seamlessly built into the terrain, and I love all the trees, caves, and rockwork. It gives the ride a natural feel. The ride is part of the Craftsman Valley, but it basically has its own little area. You can only access Daredevil Falls via a single dead-end pathway between two buildings. The ride has very little signage, so I wonder how many people actually miss this attraction. Daredevil Falls is a sizable queue line in terms of length, but I usually walk right into the station. I've never had to wait more than 5 to 10 minutes for this water ride, even on summer days. And if you have the time saver skip the line pass, it's worth noting that Daredevil Falls may be the most notable ride that's excluded, but again, lines usually aren't an issue for it anyway. Dollywood will also run this ride pretty much all season, except for Smoky Mountain Christmas. I have ridden this ride on 40-degree days in March before. Needless to say, it was a total walk-on in those conditions. Daredevil Falls also has a pretty high capacity for a water ride between the moving load platform and the abundance of boats. Manufactured by Hopkins Rides, this was one of their rare super flumes. They built over 40 traditional log flumes and just 8 super flumes. Their standard flumes seat riders on an inline bench. Super flumes had boats, seating riders in 4 rows of 2. I find these seats much more comfortable. They also don't have any restraints, just grab handles in front of each rider. Themed to the Lost River Logging Company, Daredevil Falls takes riders on a journey to an abandoned sawmill. The station and surrounding area has some logging paraphernalia, which complements the natural beauty well. The ride starts with a stark tunnel through a cave. The only light is from the red eyes of a flock of bats. And along the way, you may get a little wet from the old roof dripping. When you emerge outdoors, you navigate a few turns. You have a few little rapids sending gentle splashes into the boat, but this section is mostly about the scenery. Again, I love all the trees and things to look at. You then enter another tunnel. This one is much shorter than the first, and then you traverse a slow series of turns with a similarly great visuals to the prior section. At the end of this part, you approach a shed with a series of sprayers that look poised to soak you, but they disable right as you pass through them. You then climb the ride's lone lift up the hillside. As you round a slow corner, you pass through the abandoned lumber mill. And if you look to your left, you'll see this giant buzzsaw splitting a massive log in half. Then you approach the ride's signature plunge. This 60-degree drop is one of the steepest on any log flume, and it's really good too. It's pretty fast, and if you ride towards the back of the boat, you'll even get an itty-bitty pop of airtime. And this drop is gorgeous, with the rockwork and waterfalls running alongside it. The final splashdown looks drenching with the synchronized geysers, but it offers a light misting for most riders. It's wetter towards the front of the boat, but you still won't come off drenched. You then round one final corner and head back to the station, ending the 1,348 foot or 411 meter long experience. Now as you make your way down the exit ramp, be careful. The final splashdown sends a jet of water towards your feet, soaking your shoes. So what would I rate Daredevil Falls? I would give this log flume a 9 out of 10. This is an excellent water ride. Between the great landscaping and strong final plunge, this flume offers a delightful mix of visuals and thrills. The only thing this flume is missing is a second drop. It's surprising a flume of this size only features one drop. So those are my thoughts on Daredevil Falls at Dollywood. Do you agree this Hopkins creation is the best water ride at Dollywood? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.